Michael Venom Page is beating Kevin Holland via unanimous decision. 29-28 on all scorecards. To be fair, I scored it 29-28 to Michael Venom Page as well. Interesting fight, to be fair. Wasn't the most entertaining one, but interesting one to score and all that. But yeah, I do think that Michael Venom Page is he is the obvious winner. I think it was definitely 2 rounds to 1 in Michael Venom Page's favor. These are the notes that I did take during the fight. So in round 1, MVP was landing more shots, moving around the lot with his, special jumping kind of unique style, switching stances a bit, setting up he was setting up like a big elbow the whole fight, actually. Landed it 1 or 2 times here. Yeah, he's mixing it up really well, to be fair, MVP in this round. And then in round 1, and there was just not really too much coming back from Kevin Holland throughout the fight. I feel like throughout the fight, Kevin Holland's striking was extremely poor. And MVP just showed a different level of striking there to what Kevin Holland has. And I feel like, overall, Kevin Holland just should have fought with a bit more of a ground-heavy game plan, but no, didn't do that. He thought he'd be able to compete on the feet, but he was never going to be able to compete with MVP on the feet. So awful tactics from Kevin Holland's side, to be fair. Awful tactics from them. We go on to round 2. Yeah, so that first round went to MVP, 100%. Round 2, I actually gave it to Holland. Holland was landing more and had a bit of control time on the ground when he was able to get a takedown. Got a bit of ground and pound going as well. There wasn't a load going on in round 2, to be fair. They were kind of just feinting, looking at each other a bit. There wasn't a load of action in that second round, to be fair. And then we go into that third round where there was a bit more going on. Round 3, MVP was a lot more aggressive in that round than what Kevin Holland was. He was always, really trying to set up that right hand, jumping him a bit quite a bit as well. The majority of times MVP threw out that right hand. He was getting success with it. He was landing some good kicks to the body as well, mixing it up a bit, still switching stances, trying to confuse Kevin Holland, put him off guard. And that is what he was able to do. But yeah, Holland very poor in the striking, wasn't going to really be able to compete with MVP there. And it was just all in Michael Venom Page's comfort zone, really, that fight, to be honest with you. Holland should have taken it to the ground more. He should have, but no, he completely failed that game plan. But yeah, decent stuff from MVP. Fair play to Michael Venom Page. Big win for him, to be fair. It's going to be interesting to see what's next for Michael Venom Page. I'm looking at the welterweight rankings here, and for Michael Venom Page, does he go on and fight? I mean, so Kevin Holland was number 13 in the rankings, so Venom Page would be moving into there. Does he fight like Jeff Neal or something? Jeff Neal coming off a loss to Ian Gary. Does he fight him? Does he fight Stephen Wonderboy Thompson coming off a loss to Shavkat Rakhmonov? I don't know, but I feel like possibly he'll fight someone coming off a loss. I mean, I don't know. Neil Magny's coming off a win, I believe, actually. So you never know. He could fight Neil Magny. It'll be interesting to see what could be next for Michael Venom Page. He's certainly an interesting one to keep an eye on, in my opinion. Do I feel like Michael Venom Page is going to be someone who, can really compete at the top of the welterweight division? No, I don't think so. No, I can't see Michael Venom Page competing at the very top of that welterweight division, but I feel like we can see him in there with some good fighters, and he's always going to be able to, try and put on as best of a show as possible. To be honest with you, so I think there are some fun, exciting fights to make for Michael Venom Page down the line as well. Of course, I mean, you never know. And Ian Gary and Michael Venom Page down the line could be an interesting fight. It would definitely be entertaining. I'd probably predict Ian Gary to win that one, but I feel like it could be an entertaining one. I mean, MVP versus Vicente Luque. I mean, again, I feel like that could be an entertaining fight. to be fair as well. So yeah, I think there are definitely some fun fights to make for Michael Venom Page while he's in the division. I think he's certainly going to be a really interesting addition to have. Very exciting as well. For Kevin Holland, what does he do? I mean, does he just go and fight someone unranked and then try and get a rank spot back, and then possibly, and then I don't know. I don't think Kevin Holland fights anyone in the top 15 next, though. I don't think he does. I feel like he'll fight someone outside the rankings. I'm not 100% sure who it would be, but yeah, I don't see him fighting in the fighting anyone in the top 15 next. But yeah, I just feel like Holland just wasn't active enough in that fight. Holland just simply wasn't active enough. And, I get, MVP was very confusing and all that, keeping someone like Holland off guard. And Holland's the kind of guy who's not going to be used to that, and Holland's he's not at the skill level to be able to deal with that kind of style that MVP's got. But as MVP, keeps on fighting higher people in the top 15, he's eventually gonna get found out and beaten, in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, good win for MVP. Good solid win to get his UFC career started. Anyway, gonna end this video here. Thanks for watching the video. I'll speak to you on a bit. Thanks for watching. Peace.